Girls with guns, always hot.
I'll shove them up your and fire.
Almost always hot.
Hello guys, and welcome to another MK Mobile character review, today featuring Gunslinger Erron Black. As usual guys, please note the date when this video has been recorded, because a lot of things may have changed since then, and if you're not familiar with the matrix I'm using in order to evaluate characters, you can find it on the top right corner of the screen. So without any further ado, let us put Gunslinger Erron Black to the test. Gunslinger Erron Black guys was released on the 1st of October 2015, and his original price in the old store was 355 souls, and that's quite cheap. Let us find out why. First of all, his attack is 40,068, which is the 30th highest in the game and the 10th highest among all gold characters. The hit points, they are 72,960, the 40th highest in the game and the 19th highest in the gold league. The toughness is 32,130, which is the 38th highest in MK Mobile and the 20th highest among the gold characters. And the recovery is 37,800, which is the 30th highest in the game and the 11th in the gold league. The power generation is, as usual, 100%. So for his stats, Gunslinger Erron Black is going to get 15.5 out of 28 possible points. Special one of Erron Black guys is called Sand Slide, and it is one of those abilities that you'll never use, almost never use. Not because it is bad, but because Special 2 is simply so much better. But without any further ado, let us take a closer look at it. First of all, the ability can be completely blocked by the opponent. Unfortunately, it doesn't have any buff or debuff. However, it can be cast from distance without any issues. It is lethal, it consists of 3 mini hits, and it has the single tap rectangle as mini game. And one more thing guys, even though you're not going to use the special attack that often, it is good to know that it follows perfectly after each of the Erron Black combo enders, so you don't have to be afraid using it. If you have just done a combo ender and the enemy is really low, you can follow by special one and the opponent won't block it. When it comes to damage, the minimum damage of the ability is 15,205, which ranks 47th in the game and 17th among all gold cards. The maximum damage is 30,411, which ranks 46th in MK Mobile and again 17th among the gold characters. Once again, special one of Erron Black can be blocked by the opponent. It doesn't have any buff or debuff whatsoever. It can be cast from distance. It is lethal, it consists of only 3 mini hits and it has a single tap rectangle as mini game. So for his special one, Erron Black is going to get only 6 out of 13 possible points. Oh boy, we got to special 2 of Erron Black, and this is without any doubt the bread and butter of the character. I still remember, because I started actually playing slightly after Erron Black was released, probably a couple of months, and back then he was the total meta, everybody was running Erron Black. However, nowadays this special ability isn't that strong because of one main reason. There are so many ways that you can get Bone Shields, Revenants, revived by other characters, you can get Living Deaths and so on and so on. And if this is the case, then Erron Black is going to be in a lot of trouble. And this is the main drawback of his Special 2. But enough of this, let's get into details. Special 2 of Erron Black can be unblockable if you achieve more than 80% of the minigame, but let's be real, this isn't something that difficult, so in majority of cases this special attack will be completely unblockable, and that's awesome. In addition, it has Shield Break as debuff, it can be cast from distance, it is lethal, it consists of 5 mini hits, and it has the single tap rectangle as mini game. When it comes to damage, the minimum damage of the ability is 38,014, which ranks 44th in the game, and the maximum damage is 76,028, which is the 47th highest in MK Mobile. When it comes to the Gold League, the minimum and maximum damage both rank 15th. Once again, the special attack can be unblockable if you achieve more than 80% of the minigame, which is quite easy. It has Shield Break as debuff, it can be cast from distance, it is lethal, it consists of 5 mini hits, and it has a single tap rectangle as minigame. So for his special 2, Erron Black is going to get the impressive 13.9 out of 19 possible points. The X-ray in Black Guys is called Trick Shot, and here it is what you need to know about it. First of all, it has Luck as buff, which is kind of okay, and second of all, it can be cast from distance. I mean, after all, he's shooting at the enemy, so he doesn't have to be exactly next to him when he starts his X-ray. When it comes to damage, the damage of the ability is 91,234 and it ranks 53rd highest in the game and 21st highest among all gold characters. Once again, the X-ray has Luck as buff and it can be cast from distance. So for his third special ability, Erron Black is going to get 3.4 out of 4 possible points, and the total amount of points he gets for his special attacks adds up to 23.3 out of 36 possible. I reckon Erron Black is a unique character when it comes to his basic attacks because he's equally good with or without block breaker equipment. Now, a lot of you are probably running Erron Black with his revolvers, and that's fine, because if you give this guy block breaker, he becomes a total beast. However, even without a block breaker, he's pretty great. He doesn't really push opponents back every time, but on one occasion he pushes himself away from the enemy, which still works. In addition, his initiation speed is very good and his recovery speed is not that bad. Unfortunately, he only suffers if you have cornered the enemy, then the time it takes him to bring back the revolvers in his pockets, not actually his pockets, I don't know the word in English, but you got the idea. Sometimes this animation can get you in trouble because the enemy can retaliate, but apart from that, his basics are pretty flawless, with or without block breakers. And another thing worth mentioning is that his special 1 follows both of his combo enders, his special 2 follows both of his combo enders, so in general, very good basic attacks, so he definitely deserves a solid 8 out of 10 possible points. Okay guys, we go to the passive of Erron Black, which is called, attention, Gunslinger, and here it is what it does. I quote, plus 30% attack against Spec Ops, achieving 80% plus on standoff, that is special attack 2, this makes it unblockable, and a critical hit. Basically you're guaranteed to have critical hits if you achieve more than 80% of the minigame. Now, I don't think there is a lot to say here. Basically Erron Black works pretty great against Spec Ops characters, and his passive is useful almost everywhere, in every single game mode, even against bosses because it can deal a lot of damage, especially if you give Erron Black some tower equipment. Also in Faction Wars, this special attack will almost guarantee kill any gold character in the game, without exceptions. Probably only the golds with the highest health will survive at sliver health. When it comes to diamonds, it will guarantee to take out half of their HP, it really depends on their equipment or their toughness and so on and so on. Long story short, this special attack deals insane amount of damage. So in general, very useful ability, but as I mentioned in special 2 part of the video, it suffers from the fact that Erron Black is very squishy, and if this special attack 2 triggers the Revenant, which is going to happen in 80% of the cases, then Erron Black is going to be in a lot of trouble. So you have to be careful when you're using this special attack. For example, if your opponent is very low on health, I would try to use his special 1 to finish him off instead of special 2, because using special 1 actually lowers the chance that your opponent will get Revenant. And once again, you don't want your enemy to get Revenant because Erron Black is squishy and he can be easily killed. He deals insane amount of damage thanks to his passive and his special 2, but at the same time he's very squishy. So I'll be giving him 17 for his passive. It's really useful passive, but it has its flaws. Erron Black is just an outworld character, so he gets 1 point for classes and 0 points for tagging attack. Okay guys, as usual it is time to take a look at the bigger picture and decide whether Gunslinger Erron Black is a good character. His stats are not really the greatest strength of Erron Black, but still they're kind of okay for a gold character. His special attacks though are pretty good. Unfortunately his special 1 can be completely blocked, and if so it doesn't deal any damage whatsoever. His special 2 though is a gem. His basic attacks are very good, his passive is very good, It revolves around his special 2 and him dealing more damage against Spec Ops. He doesn't have any tagging attack and he is just an outworld character. So how many points should I give Erron Black? I will be giving him 2.5 of my 3 subjective points, reason being he is incredibly fun to play. And I still remember he was my very first challenge gold character I obtained in my very first days in MK Mobile. So yeah, he is a complete beast. If you are lucky enough so that you don't trigger the revenants of your enemy every single time, you can literally wipe out the entire enemy team for seconds. This is how strong his special 2 is, and it can be also helpful in boss battles if you want to destroy the bosses as fast as possible. Then you can use Gunslinger Erron Black, and if team up with the correct characters, if given the correct equipment, he's still viable and very fun to play. So with my 2.5 subjective points, guys, he's going to score 68.3, and we can label him as a very good character. On our current rankings, he is 49th, just above Boraicho and just below Hanzo Hasashi Scorpion. So the final verdict for Gunslinger Erron Black is going to be very good character. Gunslinger Erron Black, guys, shouldn't be your opener because you won't be using his special 1, and in a lot of cases you'll be giving your opener Devastator, so Erron Black isn't really the greatest guy to be given Devastator, so please consider putting him in any other slot of your team. When it comes to the characters that he counters, I cannot really think of a character that he counters, but let's say all Spec Ops characters because he's going to be dealing more damage to them. But when it comes to characters that counter him, I would say that Erron Black really hates Jades, all variations of them, but especially MK11 and Assassin, and he isn't really that great against Elder God Kenshi and Assassin Kitana because they're immune to critical hits, and Erron Black doesn't like that. When it comes to the best equipment you can give him, I usually give him either revolvers or Rat Hammer when it comes to his equipment. It all depends when it comes to his weapon, it all depends on who are his teammates in the team, right? And in terms of the armor, any armor will do that gives him power generation or health or toughness. It totally depends on your playstyle. Giving him Shao Kahn helmet is also a good idea, but his specialty is going to crit anyway, so this is kind of a waste, so I'd rather give him something different. And on the third spot, usually, guys, you want to give him Soul Medallion because he has to regenerate back to special 2 power as soon as possible. Okay, guys, we got to the teams. My absolutely favorite team with Erron Black is Gunslinger Erron Black, Sun God Kotokan and Mournful Kitana. This team kick ass, pretty powerful team, very fun to play. You have 2 unblockable special tools, actually you have 3 unblockable special tools, you have power drain, you have everything, so you're good to go. And with Sun God Kotokan, Gunslinger Erron Black is a beast. And in general, every time when I play him, I rather put him in a team with one of those 2 guys, either Kitana or Sun God Kotokan, because they really work very well with him. Another possible team member is Pharaoh Ermac, so that he can make Erron Black even stronger, or let's say Deadred Kitana, so that Erron Black can regenerate health after each kill. Each of these options work. Okay, guys, Gunslinger Erron Black, what do you think of him? Do you like him? Do you dislike him? Please let me know in the comments. Once again, he scored 68.3 and we label him as a very good character. As usual, guys, if you want to see more reviews, you can find the playlist on the top right corner of the screen. See you next time, guys. Take care and stay safe.
Stop bleeding and stand up.
Outstanding.
Perfect.